Welcome back to Guess What Day It Is. In this episode, we're going to check out a lesser known brand of receiver, see if it's working. We're going to check out some very nice bookshelf speakers. We're going to check out some DVD CD combo. And then there's a special treat. We're going to check out the stereo that I bought when I was a teenager. So come on, let's take a look. Up next on the bench, we've got a Scott 359 RS. Not much information out there. I believe it's 50 watts per channel. This is one of those receivers that doesn't have just normal transistors. It looks like it has some kind of a IC or resistor pack. So repairability on this in the future, it's it's kind of up in the air, but seems to be working well. We said that on the last one and we found out that that's not the case. So that's why I like to double and triple check stuff as we go forward. So I do like the way this has VU meters. It feels good. It's got some heft to it. It's powered up there. So let's make sure we don't get copyright strike on that. FM tuner works good. Very sensitive. It does, like I said, have quite a bit of weight to it. So let's find let's find a song that's not going to give us a copyright strike. You can keep the graphic equalizer in, or you can have flat EQ just at the push of a button. It does have loudness control, high and low cutout, mono stereo, and auto and manual when it comes to tuning. It's got a good array of presets and easy way to kind of go from that. So all in all, not too bad of a receiver. Just a little peek at the back side if I can get it to swing around. I don't think we got enough cord. So good amount of inputs. All in all, not too bad. I know the Scott's receivers of this vintage are not looked at super fondly, but this one's in working condition and should make a nice little system for somebody at our booth. Got a pair of speakers up on the bench. These are Allied 3009 A's. Three-way speaker, 10-inch woofer. Not a ton of information on this guy either, so it is what it is. These do appear to have a nice wood veneer. These cabinets are in okay condition. Quite a bit of scratching, a little bit of a chippage right there on that. The grill cloth seems to be in pretty good shape. Couple nicks and tears on it. So we'll give these a shot, see if we can tell if all the speakers are working. They're not easy to pull off, or the grill cloths aren't easy to pull off either. Little tip. So if you have speakers that have terminal or spade terminal type connections, these little guys make it quite easy. So you just put the U right underneath the screw terminal. It's got a banana style connector on it. It also has kind of a lug design as well. Pretty big, so you can use some pretty big speaker wire on it. That's how I have these hooked up. You don't want them to touch. So let's get some volume here. Let's see here. Let's go to So far, sounds like they're working. Right speaker, left speaker. But you won't ever let it go. When you had the answer, and you were there alone, you left the door unopened when you knew that you would want more. Give it away while you were barely awake that day. Can't have so much only remain. Not sure how the audio is going to turn out on this video, but just kind of learning. I'm going to get my head in there real close and make sure that all three of the speakers are working on both. But not too bad. Next, we've got a VHS and DVD combo. This is from Philips. It's got the remote, comes with it. Let's turn it on, see what happens. Let's start with the DVD side. Well, interesting. DVD side is not working. Let's try the VCR side while we're at it. All right. See if we can rewind. Yep. So we can fast forward. Looks like we're good on that. Let's see what happens when we eject it. Tape is not damaged. Oh, very cool. All right. Let's see if this works with the remote. I think the DVD side might not be working. It's not doing anything. Try it one more time. Let's do the setup. I don't think that's going to help us any. Interesting. Okay, so the part I was worried about, the VCR side works, the DVD side does not. So we're going to have to dive into that a little bit more. So we're going to put that aside, move on to the next item. Next we have a Fun AI? Anyway, got this thing. Actually, the DVD recorder section on this looks just like the Magnavox one that we just did. So it could be a very similar piece to that. I do not have a remote for this one. At least I don't think so. Nope. Looks like we are flying blind with this one. Let's start with the DVD side. It's thinking. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this thing loads up just like that Magnavox DVD recorder. Yep, looks like that works. I am good with that. Oh, of course, it won't let me stop until it's done with its stuff. What's something I don't see here? There we go. Okay. Let's make sure it ejects again. Works good. Let's do the VCR side. LCD readout looks like it's working. Something's happening. There we go. See if we got rewind. So we got fast forward. The mechanism in this sounds very similar to that Philips one as well. These are pretty cheap. But for a couple bucks, it's pretty cool. If you want to make a DVD, it's pretty cool. All right. Yep, we're working. That's gonna be a pass. We'll clean it up and put this one on the floor. Picture it, 1993. We got a job. What am I going to spend money on? Well, I bought this. So this is the first stereo that I spent actual money on. It is a Sony STR AV770, 80 watts per channel. This is a very early surround sound system. It has 10 watts for 2 rear channels. It's not 5.1 or anything like that. Let me tell you, there was nothing cooler than popping in my VHS copy of Top Gun and cranking it. So pretty awesome. On top of it, we've got a Teac EQA20. I don't remember where I got that. That was probably a garage sale find or something like that. Just the cool factor, you got to have those VU meters pumping. Everything is working on this. This is just kind of more of a highlight. I did take the graphic equalizer apart and cleaned all the pots. It wasn't working too well at first, but everything else works great. You know, this isn't old enough to experience some of the problems from, you know, the early digital stuff, but I think they got it figured out by this time too. So remote control, one of the things that sold me on this was the ability to turn the volume up and down, and the volume knob moves, which is pretty freaking cool. Still think it's cool. So this is going to be my test bench. DVD player on the top. We're going to use it as a CD player and a DVD player for testing different things as well. Pretty simple, basic DVD player, so nothing special. But yeah, so blast from the past. Well, that's going to wrap this one up. Got some pretty cool stuff. That Scott's receiver is definitely has a visual aspect to it that is kind of interesting. I didn't like it at first. The more I got looking at it, the more I kind of found it appealing. It's going to be a great little unit for somebody that wants to kind of get into some starter hi-fi equipment, especially if they pick it up with the speakers. Those speakers sounded pretty good. So that's a really very low entry point from a monetary standpoint. DVD player, CD player, you know, one that worked, one that didn't. It is what it is. I was very happy that the VCR side worked on the one. So that could be a great way to do some testing in the future or something like that. And then, I don't know about you guys, but I thought I was the king of kings when it came to that stereo system. I know looking back on it, you know, it is what it is, but I spent a lot of time picking out that receiver. It was the early days of surround sound, and it was about the best thing I could afford at the time. So I'm stoked to have it as my test unit, and those LEDs on that graphic equalizer are fantastic. So anyway, I'm sure I think it's a lot cooler than a lot of you guys do, but that's okay. So that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you again for watching. Make sure to check out our Wednesday episodes when we talk about the actual booth and all the things that we've sold. We give pricing. So it's a kind of a different aspect of our resale business. So once again, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Remember to hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Guess What Day It Is.